Good evening again, fellow collectors. Our second video tonight, and in this video we're going to look at some of the Beatles signed items on the Coach's Corner auction site, headed by Ted Taylor, Jeff Stevens, Scott Malik, and Lee Trithall. Yeah. Anyway, as most of us know, there are only 15 to 20 known Beatles signed albums. But guess what? Every month, Coach's Corner, they've got at least one up every single month. This month, it's on a Sgt. Pepper's album cover. And where do they get these from? I don't know. The ones that I got here, these autographs, they look like they were done all by the same person. They were penned by one person. And in previous months, when a Beatles signed album cover has had its final bid, they've gone for about 1/10 to 1/15 what they should go for. Which means that real Beatle collectors who know Beatles autographs and signatures are not bidding on this stuff. Lot number 2. You'll get a better look at it on the Coach's Corner auction site, www.myccsa.com. And I'm hoping again, all our Beatle fans and experts will comment on these items on the Coach's Corner auction site. But these look like they were penned by all of one person. And like I said, every month Coach's Corner has at least one Beatles signed album. Only 15 to 20 known in the whole world. There's probably more out there, but only 15 to 20 that are known, and that of course are authentic. But of course Coach's Corner's got one up there every single month. Now here's a really rare item that of course only Ted Taylor could find, and Scott Malik, and Jeff Stevens, and Lee Trithall. A Beatles signed baseball, lot number 328. Yes, now I'm thinking, this is a rare item. If authentic, it's worth about $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. Right now the bidding is below $700. And again, I'd like our Beatle experts to look at this and give us their opinion. Of course, we all know what it is. $50,000, huh? I'm wondering why they didn't get it authenticated by our major authenticator. Interesting. But somehow Coach's Corner has got this rare Beatles signed baseball on their auction site every single month. How about this George Harrison signed guitar? Let me tell you what's interesting about this. Lot 399. First of all, that autograph is someone who tried to pen his autograph from circa 1964-65 or so. That's how he signed. Back then in 64, Mr. Harrison, who has unfortunately passed away, my favorite Beatle. And if you look at that autograph, it's done by a silver Sharpie. Back then, there were no silver Sharpies. Again, Beatle experts, let's hear your comments about this. There were no silver Sharpies back then in 1964 or 65. Would Coach's Corner know that? Of course not. They've only lived and breathed everything for decades like they claim. The clowns of authentication, as I call them. Holy crap. This is one of the worst Ringo Starr autographs you will ever see. Ringo Starr, lot number 402 on a guitar. That is one of the ugliest Ringo Starrs you will ever see. That is just horrible. Holy smokes. And every month, lot number 381, the same Paul McCartney autographed guitar, and the bad P gives it away immediately. Again, nobody else has the amount in quantity of Beatles signed items than anybody else. Every month they've got these items, and none of this stuff is ever authenticated by a major authenticator. But Ted Taylor and Jeff Stevens and Scott Malik and Lee Trithall all seem to get this stuff, and none of it's ever authenticated by a major authenticator. Those guys are real magicians. Now real quick, let's look at some other stuff. How about this lot number 302? You got to look at this. This is really ugly. Look at that ugly Madeline Ted Williams. And that really ugly Willie Mays. That is just one ugly set of autographs. That is just horrible. And now, again, another unique item, only presented by Coach's Corner Auctions. See, last month it was Mike King Kelly autographed baseball that they book valued at $55,000 that ended up selling for a whopping $1,520. Well, this month they have, and that was inscribed with the date for convenience. This one here, they got a Milt Gaston autographed baseball with an inscription. Milt Gaston was a roommate of Lou Gehrig, and somehow Coach's Corner found an autographed baseball of Milt Gaston, and guess what? He inscribed it just for Coach's Corner auction, knowing that in the future they'd be selling this baseball. Well, Ted, you are quite a magician to have found this baseball. Nice digging. I mean, this guy, he's just tremendous. And the usual, I think I showed these before, but a few months ago I did a video on a John Clarkson autographed baseball with some other athletes. And once again, Coach's Corner, in their magical ways, was able to find another John Clarkson. This time it's a cut autograph. And all their cut autographs like this are all done on the same paper or postcard. It's amazing that Coach's Corner is able to find this stuff that nobody else can. Now, last but not least, and the most laughable of all items, and I got to show this because the people who view my videos ask me to, and I wouldn't have found this if it wasn't for them, because I didn't find this, but lot number 425. Check this out. It looks like a rolled up diaper, but it supposedly is a witch's prayer rug from the days of the Salem witches. But if you read the item description, it reads something to the effect of witch's prayer rug in the days when witches were burned in Boston, Massachusetts. Well, you clowns over there at Coach's Corner, first of all, witches were not burned in Boston, Massachusetts. Excuse me. And they were not burned in Salem. Witches were hung in Salem, Massachusetts. Approximately 19 convicted witches were hung in Salem, Massachusetts, and the rest that were imprisoned died in prison. But somehow you claim that these witches were burned in Boston, Massachusetts. You guys have no idea what the heck you guys are talking about and what you're selling here. All I know is that this witch's prayer rug looks like a rolled up diaper. And it's probably full of crap, just like you guys are. Brother, that is just horrible. You guys are laughable over there. You guys ought to be ashamed of yourselves. And I got to bring this up one more time, but this is just one of the worst Babe Ruths you'll ever see. This is, I mean, look at this. Lot number 26. Babe Ruth cut autograph. Look at that mess. Authenticated by Ted Taylor and Jeff Stevens. Look at that. That is, I mean, again, that's as laughable as this lot number 425, this rolled up diaper, which Coach's Corner claims is a witch's prayer rug. What else here can I show before my time runs out here? As usual, lot number 34 here, this up every month on this cut autograph of Walter Johnson. The same person, and not Walter Johnson, pens this autograph month after month after month, and it never ever hits a high number because the real collectors, they don't look at that stuff. And like I mentioned in my last video about 10 minutes ago, it's lot number 74, a Babe Ruth autographed jersey. That's a $15,000 to $20,000 item. And like I also mentioned before, some clown on eBay tried selling this after they bought it from Coach's Corner, and after we laughed at it, it was removed. Look at that. Nobody's bidding on this crap. Well, you guys really ought to be ashamed of yourself. And before I leave you tonight, I just want to make mention once more of my buddy Kevin Nelson, Operation Bullpen. Buy the book. It's a great book. It's a wonderful book. Every autograph collector should have one. And